All right, just getting things ready. Okay, looks like I'm live. And I'm live. Okay. Is that you that's on? Oh, we have some friends. Say hi, everyone. Tell me where you're from. Happy Saturday. Do you want to turn down your volume, Paul? Oh, hello from Indiana. Hi, Diana and Seashell. Is that Courtney, Danny, Colorado? Yeah, Vicky. Okay, wow. I'm from New York in the UK. Awesome. One of my first teachers I worked with at a Montessori school was from Reading, England. From the Vegas Valley. Well, hello, Paul. He's sitting in the living room right here. I thought while I was getting ready for the live that I would just make some chocolate chip cheesecake. Has anybody ever used this? The Philly cream cheese fillings? I just added mini chocolate chips to it, so we haven't had it in a while. Did you guys see the videos this morning? I was part of a challenge. It was like a huge collaboration with Christmas. It was so fun to do. You're throwing me off. Hi, Bree. Okay, so today I thought, if you have any questions, of course, please ask. But I thought today that I would show you, I got some inspiration from another YouTuber who I think her channel's called Catherine's Plate. And she did a video not too long ago about making those hot chocolate spoons. And she went to Costco and got them and thought she could do it herself, which was great inspiration. Hi, Sue. Okay, so I just put this right into the crust. I'll flatten it out a little. And that should set. We might have it for dinner. Just something sweet for the weekend. So I have, my father is coming into town on Wednesday. Does anybody here have family or friends coming into town for for Thanksgiving? Let's see. Oh, this looks good. Okay. Maybe I should try the spoon. Hi, Melissa, Elizabeth. Oh, you do, Felicia, your aunt. Oh, that's good. Okay. That's really good. All right. So I'm going to just put this. Just watch what's for dinner, French. Yes. Those were so good. Those biscuits. Those leftovers. They're like little mini chicken pot pies almost. So we have 44 friends here, so it would be nice to get a couple more thumbs up if you're here. That would be awesome. I'm going to put this in the fridge really fast. Thanks, Jen. Woohoo! So what's everybody doing this Saturday? I'm still in my dress. I had a church assignment. Hi, Joyce. Albert, thank you. Canada, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but look forward to what you know what, even though I know that different depending on where you live or what the circumstances are, there's still some fun times to be had over these next couple weeks. Hi, Jen. Thanks, everyone. Cracker Barrel. Hi, Sandy. That's my mother-in-law. Oh, I love mac and cheese. Are you going to do any collabs for the holiday recipe with Tina? Well, I'll have to bring it up. They might be coming over later. We're going out to dinner. Oh, you know what? We've been out to dinner a few times too with Thanksgiving. It does make it easy. Oh, look, Sandy, everybody's saying hi to you. Oh, fun. Wow, 50 people. Hi, Mom. Having an early Thanksgiving dinner. You know, sometimes you have to do that.
You gotta watch it on my phone. You can't turn around and watch it.
What?
You gotta watch on my phone. You can't turn around and watch it.
Oh, Ezra. Oh, crafting. Gosh, you know, it's this time of year that I feel like my creativity gets a little bit like hyper aware or something. I'm like, let's make this. Let's do that. Yes, Amy, I did see your message. That is awesome. Her brother became sergeant. You know, in our family, we have a couple of different like sets of families. So it's sometimes it was easier to do an early Thanksgiving with one half and then Thanksgiving on with the other family on the day. So we kind of would do that for a few years. So fun. Okay, so back to what I was talking about with Catherine's plate. She does some cooking videos as well, and she did a video on making these hot cocoa chocolate spoons. And I thought, what a great idea! My father's coming into town on Wednesday. We have this whole week off with kids from school, and if you watched my decor challenge, whatever, I have a hot cocoa station right there. So it's been I just started, Christy, you're good. So I have a hot cocoa station back here, and I thought that I would kind of get started anyway, so I'm probably not going to be cooking because I do want to read comments, so if you have any questions. But you can see back here, I just used some regular bowls that would be able to go into the microwave, and let me show you, I'm going to bring you a little closer to what I have. So I got some, the base of all of them are going to be the darker chocolates. I thought I had milk chocolate, but I didn't. So I might have to make some more because I only used about half a bag of all my stuff. So I have some minty ones and I have some like birthday cake ones. I know my Aunt Edie would love that. And some white chocolate. So those are going to be part of the mix. And I got some little mini M&Ms. And then just some topping stuff. So I got some candy cane and smashed it up and some Oreos. And all I did, guys, it's so easy. So just melt them down. So the bigger bowl was the darker chocolate base because that's going to be in all of them. Do I cook with caramel? Sometimes. I guess it depends on what we're making, but I know our family likes it. I think they just like whenever I make anything, unless it's food, and then I get the pickiness. But if it's sweet, they'll eat it. I have put caramel on top of like ice cream cakes in some of my videos. And so all I did was melt that stuff down, and you use ice cube trays. So do you believe me? I didn't have any. We get our ice from the freezer. Like we have an ice maker. So I had to go to the dollar store, and they came in a 2-pack. So that kind of worked out. But as I was putting stuff in it, I don't know if you can tell in this one, but like this one's smaller than this one. And I don't understand why. And maybe that's why it's at the dollar store because they're not all perfect. Hi, Christy. So all I did is just put the base down of the dark chocolate and then just kind of mix them up. So I'll show you in a minute because I put them in the freezer and I don't know if I want to. Thank you. Oh, yes. Sandy, look, I'm wearing the dress you made me. My mother-in-law made this for me for Christmas, and I think it was my sister-in-law that gave me the little sweater to go with it. It was a couple years ago or a few years ago. Still wearing dresses from like 5 years ago. The electric skillet on low, put a little water, bowls in it. Good idea. I've also seen that done with crock pots, so that's a good idea too. With low, I like that with the skillet. And so all I did is just kind of mix them up. Here, I'll show you. I know, where I'm right here. So look at those. So they're just, the size of, an ice cube, but put into, oh, look. That one I know my son would like. It's like birthday cake. But you can see I probably should have let it sit a little bit more. So it's birthday cake ones. Let me see if I can get some out. And if they break, my kids will just eat them. But you could just leave them in your freezer or your refrigerator for, an hour or so. Don't press it, push it. And then Catherine, she even said that you could leave them on the counter. So if you have your heater on, I probably wouldn't do that. But if it gets it doesn't get too warm in your house, I could see leaving them on the counter. Although if I have them on the counter, that means the kids are going to eat them. So gotta watch them. So anyways, my idea was to keep them for my father who's coming. And he can have some hot chocolate, or he drinks coffee, so maybe he'll want a little treat. Okay, I'm not going to try to get these out just yet. Because when it's done, I'm going to put them, when I feel like they're ready, I'm going to put them in a little bit of warm water, and then they'll come right out. And they would be really good gifts for neighbors. And if you're going to work, you're having a work party, I think that would be a really good idea. I didn't just make these, though. I have more. So here's the second batch. So I made a little bit more in this one. And all of this came from just about a half a bag of all of these little bags here. So it wasn't like a lot of chocolate, but I was kind of surprised how many it made. So I'm super excited. Oh, these ones might come out better. These were in the freezer a little longer. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm worried they're going to break. But they will come out because it's chocolate, so they'll come out. So does anybody have any good ideas to give neighbors? Because I've been thinking about this. Oh my goodness, Ireland, hello. Whoa. I was kind of thinking I wanted to make bread and make jam and just give those as neighbor presents and, friend presents and stuff. But then I'm going to have to make bread. And I haven't for like 5 years. And it's only because it's so good that I could eat a whole loaf by myself. Anybody like that? So I love making it. It just goes away so quickly. Cookies. Yeah, we've done cookies too. I just wanted to try to do something different. Thanks, Jen. I should give you this pump there. From your nutty neighbors. We should do that. And you should be the one to take them, Paul. We have a neighbor whose dog barks all the time. And it's like this little dog, and he comes out of the gate and just sits on the wall and barks at anybody who comes to my house. Just a little dog. So they almost need the nuts, right? Peppermint bark. Okay, so that would be super easy, Jen, right? Not the workhorse. Oh, that Paul. Hi, Lynn. How are you? How's everybody doing? 63, I'm so excited to see everybody here. On your cake pan, instead of flour, use cinnamon and sugar. Oh, what a good idea. Paul is funny, really funny. Amish bread starter because my neighbor bakes a lot. Oh, we have a friend who's been recently posting a lot on Facebook and on Instagram. She makes bread like every single day. And now she's making like fancy artisan bread, and I'm just so impressed with how I'm like, she needs a YouTube channel. Hi, Stephanie. So I'm going to keep pestering her. I'm going to get on her about starting one because her work is amazing. And I think she would be so good at starting a channel. Does anybody have any plans tonight? I don't think we have plans. Just hanging out. I think the Phillips might be coming over. We're not sure. We're just confirming with them. But I think there's a fight night. So I was thinking maybe I could get some crafts going because it's that time of year. I was watching this one video and the lady was making a lantern, like the wooden lantern decorating. That's a good idea. She was making a wooden lantern, those really nice ones, kind of tall. and she had like a faux candle with faux greenery, but she made it out of a Jenga game from the dollar store. So it needed just 2 Jenga kits for a smaller one and 5 for a bigger one. And then she just fancied it into a cute little like lantern. And then she stained it. It was gorgeous. I'm like, I saw them when I went to the dollar store too. So I was telling Ezra about it. I'm like, we need to get some of these. He probably thinks we're going to play Jenga. It's almost dark here. I know, it gets so dark so fast. So what I'm planning to do with these little, the spoons with the chocolate, it's going really good. Hold on, I'll get to that. Is just put these on a plate, keep them in the fridge, and then just let the boys and my dad just pick whichever ones they want. And then they can just add it to their hot cocoa here. Homeschooling is doing it's going very well. I should bake bread with Tina. We've talked about that many, many, many times. Maybe I just do it over the week. This week might be a good idea since we have it off. And then I could just put the bread in the freezer if it makes it there. Yeah, so homeschooling. I only have Ezra. He's a kindergartner. And at first, it was kind of like pulling teeth. And he was not on board, so to say. And then he got into a groove. And of course, at this age, reading is an explosion when they're ready for it. And he's picked it up very easily. And now he's like, I want to do my work. So he runs upstairs and he wants to do it. So he'll finish like 2 days in one day. And so he can get, I don't know if he wants to get days off, but he really enjoys it. And so we're just reading. We're doing lots of fun things. How long have I been teaching? Well, I've been teaching a Montessori classroom that I have here at home. I also have been teaching preschoolers since I was 19, and I'm 43 now. So what is that, 24 years? That's a long time. Because when I would go to like Montessori teacher conferences, they do like an assessment. They're like, oh, how many people have been here for, been teaching for under 5 years and 10 years. And, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm like what they call sage level. I can't believe it. Okay, so somebody just asked, how long have I been homeschooling? So all of my boys have been homeschooled for some amount of time. So I think Jonas may have been the longest one. He went from like 2nd to 6th grade, so about 4 years. And then Isaiah was the longest. He went from 4th grade to high school, 9th grade. Those 2 boys actually skipped a grade. So because of homeschooling, we were able to get where we moved up a grade. Kobe only homeschooled from 3rd to 6th grade, and then Ezra just this year. So I feel like I've been homeschooling somebody for like the last, 12 years? 10 years? Oh, I didn't see Rachel's idea.
You can make hot cocoa kits.
Oh, hot cocoa
And plastic
kits.
ornament for neighbors.
Oh, maybe I will do that. No, we're not in the path of the wildfires. Oh. But did you see the clouds? Did you see the smoke?
Yes.
We can see the smoke from the valley from California, and it breaks my heart. I cannot believe a whole town is gone. I got one. My hands are warm. Okay, so look. Oh, those have a little bit of air pockets. Okay, so when you're doing them, make sure you give them a little tap, and then it should break it down. So I'm so excited how they turned out. Super easy, definitely kid friendly. The kids could totally get in there and make them. It is sad, and they said it was started by a campfire just nearby, I'm assuming. And I don't know if you've watched any of the videos, but oh, thanks, Sandy. She's so sweet. She was, Sandy and our family, we purchased this house together. So she was here for a while. And so she was retired. And if I was having a tough morning, I would just pop into her room for a few seconds and then come back out. So she got to hear me vent a couple times. You're so happy we are moving. Where are you moving to? Aren't those great? I can't wait to try them. So my hot cocoa station back here, it was going. I had to replenish the cups, and then I saw that we needed more hot cocoa. So that's good. That means the kids are using it. But now I need to go buy some more so I can have some. I made plates. Oh, yes. You know, I saw some of these plates that somebody was advertising, I guess, promoting influencers or whatever, and it was kind of like those little neighbor plates, and it was kind of like that same idea. That would be super fun. If, I don't know, our neighborhood, we have, it's kind of like half and half. Like half of us know each other. We all have kids around the same age. Our block is full of boys pretty much. So all the boys play together or have at certain times. And but then there's neighbors that just really keep to themselves. 10:30 in Ireland. That's amazing. Thanks for being here. Ireland is beautiful from the pictures. Maybe one day we can go. Huh, Paul?
It's our 20th anniversary in a couple months.
It is our 20th anniversary in January. Oh, down power lines. Do you live? We do live close to the Phillips. What am I cooking tonight? Well, we just went to lunch. On the weekends, it can be a little hit or miss with cooking. So, Paul, we do have some steaks Paul needs to grill. So I'll probably just make mashed potatoes or baked potatoes. Probably mashed because we had baked recently. And so probably just steak and potatoes. But we went to Cafe Rio for lunch, which I had chicken tortilla soup there. It was delicious. It's been my go-to thing there recently. Hi, Amber. We do live close to the Phillips. We actually all go to church together, and that's where we met them. Because when we go to church, we go to church with the people kind of in our neighborhoods. So, and that's how we met them. And that's not how we started this journey, but they recruited us. Ooh, Swedish meatballs. That sounds really good. Now, anytime we've ever gone to IKEA, do you ever get Swedish meatballs there? Hi, Lisa. 9:20 in Australia. At least it's wake up time. At least you're not in the middle of the night. But I'm so glad you're here, Michelle. I would love to go to Australia. Weather temp in Vegas. It's about 70. 68, I think. It's cool enough to wear boots and a sweater, but even if you had on flip-flops, I think you could get away with it. Being here in the desert, definitely, my body temperature's changed. It's like thinned out my blood or whatever, because if we go to California and it's like 75 degrees, I'm sweating profusely because of the humidity, and I'm not, like 60 degrees and 50 degrees here is freezing cold. So, but your friend or your sister, if she's here in Vegas, she'll have a good time. It's good weather. 32 degrees. Is it snowing? I've seen some people getting snow recently. Ooh, North Dakota. That's where Paul served his mission. It's always super cold in North Dakota. Let's see, 70-ish in Texas. That's a good place, right? It's nice. That's a nice temperature. We have snow. Now, is it normally this, does you get normally this kind of snowy weather this early? Or is this kind of earlier than usual? 24 years, congratulations. When we first moved into this house, so like 13, 12 years ago, there was snow that winter. And
2 years later.
Oh, was it 2 years later?
It was 2008.
Oh, in 2008, we got like a few inches. And it was just in certain areas because we're a little higher up. Paul says boo to the snow. So we were a little higher up in the valley. So we actually got a few more inches maybe than in like the valley parts. But they canceled school for like 2 inches of snow. So they got an extra day off. It was kind of fun. They built snowmen and it was so fun. After that, there wasn't, I think we've had flurries. But I had a lot of people tell us, like on Facebook, that I can't believe you guys got a snow day for like 2 inches. I tell you, we just don't know how cold it gets here. We just don't know what that feels like. It is pretty. It is pretty on TV, and it's pretty if you don't have to go anywhere. So fun. Okay, so queso. We say this a lot. I'm kind of like hoping these will come out. I don't want to wiggle out the spoons. That's why I'm kind of like debating on taking them out. Because I think the spoon is going to come right out. But it will come out if I just let it sit in some warm water. See, I wanted to make sure I did all of these first because I wanted to talk to you guys. So now I kind of feel like, oh, I should be doing something. Oh, you made the enchiladas, the white chicken enchiladas. Those are a really good one, but we can't eat those as often as a family. They don't. Where don't they? Where don't they shut down schools? Where are you at, Jen? Well, and we lived in Utah for a little while, Paul, and that kind of didn't help you either. Paul had to work like graveyard shifts. He had the weirdest schedule. So he would work 2 graves, 2 mornings, 2 swings, a day and a half off, and then start all over again. And so he would be traveling in the middle of the night, and deer would jump out on the freeway, or would see lots of deer hit. Hi, Deb. Just run it under. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. I'll wait until afterwards because I don't want to take away our time of talking. Have to take the dogs out. Okay, bye, Francis. I have, taco, tater tot casserole. I have not made it taco. Wait, maybe I did. I feel like I made that, but maybe I didn't. Oh, no. There may be a video. How long did it take you to make those? Minutes, not even a long time. So the longest part was just making sure everything melted. And if you somebody suggested putting it in a skillet with some warm water or some little water, and you could put them in the bowls in there, and they could probably all melt around the same time. That way you don't have to. I'm about to do that, Amy. That does sound good. Taco tater tot casserole. Sure does. I feel like I made that before because I would like to use Rotel, the Rotel tomatoes, and I feel like I made that. We love the Phillips because of their football selections. Yeah, we don't really have we love the Super Bowl. My husband's really into like MMA fighting, so that's why we love fight nights. Wisconsin. Wow, that sounds cold. Oh, I love orange chicken. Maybe I need to go buy some. Do you make it from scratch, Deb? Well, Do they really have good cheese there in Wisconsin? Is that what that is, the cheese? I love cheese. Love your name. My mom's middle name was Ines. Oh. Did I say that wrong? No. Oh. Thank you. It's my grandmother's name. Okay. Well, that's good to know, Deb. I probably should just make it from scratch. Professional wrestling. You know, I watched on the E! channel. I love that Diva show. Now we're getting into where I'm confessing some guilty TV pleasures. Squeaky cheese curds are amazing. You know, in Utah, they have some really, really good ones, too. Yes, Edie did serve her mission in Wisconsin. I feel like I was told a story about how they would, like, plow out the snow, and it would be, like, walls of snow. Is that, North Dakota? Total divas, that's right. I love the Bella twins. And recently we saw John Cena on something. Like my little list goes, oh, that's John Cena. And I'm like, yeah, he doesn't love Nikki because they broke up. And so I'm kind of bitter. Anniversary dinner. Oh, wonderful. Happy anniversary. What Cool Whip is the same. Okay, so Cool Whip is like whipped cream, but it's kind of thicker and it will hold its shape. So it's probably got a lot of chemicals in it. Oh, okay, cool. I do like the taste of Cool Whip, but I think people have, it's kind of like Miracle Whip versus mayo. You're going to have some differences in opinions about Cool Whip versus like the spray can. And I like both, but they have different purposes for me.
Spray can all the way.
Paul likes the spray. I like Cool Whip for desserts, but spray for like hot chocolate or ice cream. Hi, Ty. I'm so glad everybody came here. Ready Whip makes a like.
Yeah.
It does taste like coconut. You're right. And you know what else tastes like coconut? I think I showed everybody those little chocolate marshmallows I got from my last Costco haul. It has a little chocolate chips on it. They were so good, and they had like a hint of coconut taste to it. So I'd be curious to see what makes that taste. It says because it's probably in the Ready Whip.
Cross-contamination.
Cross-contamination. I like homemade too. I've made it a few times. It's really easy, but I don't always have heavy whipping cream in the fridge. You put Cool Whip on ice cream sundaes. That can't go wrong with that in my book. I didn't see the last question. What was that last question about Thanksgiving? Did you see that, Paul?
What's your favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Well, I like mixing mashed potatoes and corn together because I'm like, it's just so good. And I make the mashed potatoes for our Thanksgiving dish. So I'll probably make a video on that as like more of a vlog. And I follow the Pioneer Woman's recipe, so you'll see how I make those. But I love those mashed potatoes. They feel and they taste like really fancy because if you've ever seen me make mashed potatoes, I just add like butter and I'll add a little bit of milk. And then I just kind of smash them up and go from there. But the Pioneer's recipe, it's like cream cheese and heavy whipping cream or something like that. It's like really rich. We do not make sweet potatoes because my husband Paul is highly allergic to them. And so he often will joke around with our friends and say if something happens and he passes away, it's because I gave him sweet potatoes. But his face like blows up. Like if you ever watch that movie Hitch with Will Smith, and he's like, that's Paul's face. And his throat will like start closing up. I know. It seems like it's so funny that he would be allergic to that. Have you tried cinnamon toast? Of course. We have it like in a shaker, ready to go. No sweet potato. Okay, he has a long list of no's, Jen. It is scary because sometimes you just don't know. Like he was at a work function and they put out a bunch of tortilla chips or some kind of chips. And one were sweet potatoes and he had to come home because he could feel his throat was closing up. Isn't it funny that Danny and Tina like say that to Paul like almost every video that they put mayo on something? It's really funny. I think anything that has like a white consistency that looks kind of mayonnaise-y, Paul will not eat unless it's in a dessert to some extent. So no sour cream, no ranch dressing, no cottage cheese, nothing. I'm the same way with pineapple. Okay, so pineapple is very acidic, and if I eat too many pineapples, I'll get a lot of canker sores. Jello put out a unicorn slime jello. Well, I bet the kids would totally love that, huh, Jen? Well, I should probably start getting ready to wrap up. I'm so glad that all of you came here. You know, when I started this about a year ago, a little over a year ago, I did not think that I would be consistently working at this. So I'm so happy that I have friends because that's how I feel about all of you is that you are my friends. And I'm trying to do more lives where I can do maybe like once a month or so. Maybe I'll even go twice a month. I know September was a year. And so it's been super fun. I didn't realize I could even cook that many. I didn't realize I had that many different kinds of recipes. Oh, thank you guys. I know I've had a few people ask me about my classroom. And so maybe my next live will be more about my classroom and we'll be in the classroom. Just some questions about children and who knows. I'll answer any child development questions if you have them. A meat masher. I need a meat masher. That's so funny. My dad was like, maybe you need to ask Santa for some new pans. My dad. Maybe I'll do a video this week with him. He'll be here. The Phillips. Oh, I would love to go out into Europe. I bet the Phillips would too. That would be so fun. Well, I'm so glad that you spent some of your Saturday with me. Like I said, these are super easy to make. Just melt it down, put them in your ice cube trays, and put them in the oven. Put them in the freezer or into the fridge. And just, if they need to come out, put some warm water, dip them, and they should come right out. I'm just going to keep these in the fridge for a little longer, and I'm going to keep them out when I pop them out on a tray in the fridge as well. They make probably great gifts. And I know my kids will probably devour them before I could give them away. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And I'll see you very soon, I'm sure. So have a good weekend. And take care. And hopefully I'll have a video up on Monday. Bye.